Hi. We're here on this beautiful Saturday instead of a Sunday. Why on a Saturday, first and foremost? My partner's out today and it feels weird making a diary when they're home. It's not like I don't talk about like the stuff I'm talking about in these videos with them anyways. It's just still weird. They're also publicly viewable, so it's not like I'm hiding it. Brains, right? Brains. Um So I bounced back. I did everything I wanted to do daily again, and I'm doing well. Uh, it's harder since I got sick, but I hope that succeeds again. But it's difficult to say. Um, I did have time off during the last week. It was very enjoyable. I got to do the stuff around the apartment that I wanted to do. Most of it, I'll still do something today, but then I think I'm good with everything that I wanted to do. Um, yeah, that is that is mainly the thing that I wanted to do. I got a lot of stuff done, and I'm really happy about that. I also played a lot of Celeste. To be honest, it wasn't my main goal to play Celeste. I wanted to do a lot of householding and stuff like that, which I did. That was great. But I relearned every room. I initially said I want to do that until October, and then I said I was annoyed with myself. We had that. You saw that in the diary. I was like, I want to spend more time with Celeste, and let me just show you something. Let me open Steam. I said I want to do 25 hours a week again, and me not showing you in a bit might have given you the impression that I failed. Uh, Incredible. Screen, please. Yeah. Do I have a better one? No. Yes. Okay. Got it. Uh, 82 hours in the last 2 weeks. So 40 hours a week. A lot of this was obviously this week still. Like disproportionately more than usual. But yeah, I'm doing really well. And that is not idle hours. Or not a lot of idle hours. Let's say it like that. I did put in the work, and I did put in the work to fill up my spreadsheet and relearn everything. And I'm really proud of that. I beat a lot of goals, honestly. I didn't expect that, and that was my goal. There is one particular thing that I didn't redo, and it's chamber boost. It is chamber boost. The reason for that is the following. I set out to relearn some interesting stuff. I wanted initially just a clip of what I've always been doing there. So I could just do Bob's drop there. According to my own rules, there is no law against that. And I can get a better Bob's drop than that very easily. I know that that time is really bad. I've always known that. Not an issue at all. But I want to learn chamber boost. So I recorded to you explaining chamber boost to me. And I will learn it. But Ryan, you technically didn't fulfill everything you set out to do because you're still missing a room. And I know how to do Bubs drop. I like it. Well, the point was that I don't forget what to do. And I will not do Bubs drop ever again because before I do that, I relearn the room with chamber boost. So I'm fine with that. I'm completely fine with this outcome. I do not have any issue with it. I I'm fine with that. I relearned so much. I learned so many new strats. It's so cool. So, what's next? Not downdraft. No draft. First thing I wanna do is no draft. I pretty much, yeah. There is a lot of hard strats there that I enjoy. The worst of which is obviously Flag 3 demo, and I brute forced Flag 3 demo. Let's be honest here. I did not learn a setup. I did not find an analog setup for it. I will stream it. People will say, like, this is how you do it without analog. And I will likely do it with D-pad. Completely fine with that. But maybe I'll find something. Flag 1 is extreme amounts of fun. I haven't had that much fun with just straight up Celeste movement in a long time. I think it's the most fun Celeste movement we have. It is also extremely boring casually. So I really wish we had more vertical just move segments. But that would be so boring casually, so I understand why it's only Flag 1. Really cool though. Been really enjoying myself. So yeah, no draft. I have never learned any part of Summit of 3K in a way where I would actually run it afterwards. So my goal is to actually finish no draft, finish learning it and do a checkpoint run of it. Until when, I don't care. I just put in the time. Afterwards will be chamber for me to actually learn chamber boost. It's factually in my opinion, least fun checkpoint of my entire regrind. I did not have fun during chamber. It was, to me, worse than 5B start. I think 5B start is also bad. And it was surprisingly worse than Theo section. I am wrong. I disliked Old Trail more. So yeah, that's the few, but mainly why do I want to do chamber? First of all, I want to find the fun in it. And I think that only comes if I play it more. Because beating my room times sure wasn't hard there. And I want to learn chamber boost. That's the point. Then I have a clip of that as well. Will be the only incomplete thing until then, and I don't like incomplete things. And afterwards, we'll see. So, the important question. When do I return to 6B? I don't know. I will for sure return to 6B at some point. Yeah, that's it. But I think the time outside of 6B is currently healthy for me. And I will just try to do stuff. Try to relearn stuff. Try to actually get some checkpoint runs going. Maybe even, I don't know, concentrate on the chapter for once. Ryan, why don't you do like a full chapter? Yeah, it's not my goal, I guess. It's my goal is learn stuff that I haven't learned before, and that would be 3K. I've learned everything else at least once. I haven't properly learned 3K ever. I haven't learned 2.5K properly. I tried, but I gave up after like 2 rooms. I saw that in my golds. I have learned Old Trail kind of. I have learned parts of Mess. But there's just a lot of stuff that I haven't learned at all, so that's what I'm catching up on, I guess. And, well, if I catch up on that, then what happens? do I actually want to concentrate on a level? I could do city and just lower my standards a tiny bit and come back later and actually work on vertical slices. I could do site, completely fine. I could do, I don't know, I could do resort because it's extremely fun to me. I could do ridge because I hate it and I have it behind me. I could do 5B as long as I enjoy it. I could do 6A because it's really fun. I could do Summit because it's an eternal chapter. And you can go through that with every single chapter, of course, just like I just did, because it's fun to me. So, what's the future? I want to do 6B. That's it. I will likely do 2 checkpoints and then return to 6B. And practice the heck out of the 2 checkpoints I'm still missing. But until then, we're learning no draft. We're learning chamber. And then we'll see where I go. Most likely back to 6B. Other IRL stuff. I'm doing generally really well. Celeste is on my mind constantly, and I'm really happy about that. I'm happy to be in that state. I'm super grateful to just have the motivation currently. So yeah, I think I'll just get back to that and enjoy myself playing Celeste and learn no draft. I practiced 6B start in some area. I'm not rusty on 6B start currently. Like, not that rusty. I'm very happy about how I rolled there. I enjoy myself a lot. I think if I go back to 6B, it will be reflection though. Just do the vertical slice, get the checkpoint vote records, all of them, and I can improve still afterwards. Just finish it and then start anew. That's what I want to do. Yeah. So timeframes. I in the middle of July, I set out to learn a checkpoint every weekend. Give me a second. Sorry for the interruption. Well, the jump cut, I guess, with an intro and an outro. Sure. Cat? Hi. All the interruptions today. I was really cute. You should have seen that. But I don't have a camera to just hand it over. Yeah. So personal goals are there. I want to work towards ILs in the long run. I want to work towards 6B. And so I want to continue in the same vein as I set out in July, which isn't even like that long ago. I actually want to figure that out right now. When did I make that announcement that I want to focus more on checkpoints? It was pretty much after. Yeah, it was during my controller shipment. It was very accurately a month ago. Yeah, it was. It was pretty accurately a month ago. A bit more. Insane. So I went through every room in a month, basically. That's really good pace. And we will just okay. I want to set up a specific goal. On when I'm back to 6B, I want to do one checkpoint a month that is outside of 6B. Completely relearn it and put time into actually getting a good time. How many checkpoints are there in a game? A lot. But that's it. That's my goal. And I will force myself for all of them to be in the same level until the level is finished. And then I'll do an IL. Let's do that. I think that is cool. So, depending on what I actually pick, we will do that. So let's pick something, right? What could I pick to actually grind basically until the end of the year, most likely, because 4 checkpoints. To be able to IL at some point. I'll be boring. Genuinely. And I will say it's 6A. 6A is my next goal to IL. Because I think that is a good way to get into it. That isn't, that isn't just straight up 1A again. I do have a PB in 6A. So it's not something completely new, but it's also like 4 years old. And afterwards we'll do something bigger. But Ryan, what do you do with extremely long stuff? Yeah, it will have to work differently. Yeah, it will have to work completely differently. But for now, I'll practice no draft. I might actually just say 3K. Okay, change of plans. We'll do 3K. We'll do 3K over the course of the rest of the year in combination with 6B. It's just that. I disregard chamber boost. I disregard it if I can. I might just learn chamber at some point. I think that's good goals. So, and a lot of work. So let me get back to it. I'm excited. And you'll see me stream in a bit. Streaming flag 1 likely for the entire day to try to get PBs. We'll see. Bye. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. If I forgot anything, tell me. Oh, yeah, I forgot something. I added 2 more reps of my stomach muscle exercise, and I cooked with vegetables. I actually did that this week. It worked out really well. Next week will be interesting what I do. I don't know yet. But I'm excited. There's a lot of stuff going on, I'm noticing. Yeah, I'll get back to Celeste after tidying some stuff up. So, goodbye. I hope to stream soon. Have a nice day.